First we say, so, all right, so uh, right before we initialize field, let's say if build persons is greater than or equal to build persons costs and build persons no build resources is greater than build resources cost greater than or equal to build resources cost, then that means we will successfully build something. Uh, so yeah, build something. Uh, uh, I don't know if anyone was here for the marathon stream I did a couple weekends ago, but at 4 in the morning, I'd been streaming for like 30 hours straight, or I took a 2 hour break, but I'd been streaming for like nearly no wait no how long had it been? It'd been like 20 hours, nearly 20 hours straight, and someone put in a screamer link, and it was 4 in the morning, and I just started yelling like basically at the top of my lungs, and I my roommates still haven't mentioned it to this day. They still haven't mentioned how freaking loud I got at 4 in the morning on a Sunday. Um, I think about that a lot. For example, when I decided to disable links in chat, that was a big reason. It's why I keep my other computer muted while I'm on stream, so that hey, Benny 515, how's it going? I am working in the programming language I am working in right now is C sharp. I'm working in Mono Develop and I'm working in Unity. Yeah, all right. So TTK's got it covered. You guys are cheating because chat is so much more instantaneous than stream delay. So you guys always get to answer questions faster. But yeah, that's awesome. I'm always really impressed when you when like I give an answer to the camera and then I look at chat and the answer comes in chat, like the exact same answer comes in before streams that I could possibly have caught up. Anyways, um, so this is where we build something. The other things that we do is that the build person's cost goes up plus equals uh, build person's scale, because buildings get more and more expensive the more you build. Uh, Uh, and I guess the rationale there is to factor in upkeep costs, because like there are repair costs and stuff like that too. So the bigger your city gets, the more expensive it is to expand further. Um, so yeah, so then the other thing is that build resource costs, and again, like it increases, I guess, again probably because of the just the general scale of how much upkeep it takes to maintain a city of that size. So I guess I could do it otherwise. I could just make it so that there's like basically like a tax for huh. Hmm. Yeah, I could make I don't know. I could change how this math works, but yeah, for now it'll just be like this. And so then oh yeah, right. So actually, before we do that, let's deduct. So build resources costs, or build resources minus equals build resources cost, because that you actually spend in order to build. Um, Whoa, that sounds cool, Chooch or Chachma. Sorry, I'm gonna call you Chooch a lot because one of my friends' name is Chooch, and when I read Chach really fast, I read it as Chooch. But that was really cool. Uh, yeah, I don't use JavaScript because I am more familiar with C languages, so C sharp was just really easy to use. Huh. um, Yeah, like maybe if I'd been more familiar with JavaScript going in, like if I wasn't familiar with C languages, then maybe I might have gone that way. Because I did work. I don't know. C sharp works fine for me. So, um, hey, we got a new follower. Digital tutors, thanks for following. Welcome to the party. Thanks for tuning in. Um, the computer I'm using right now is an Alienware 14-inch laptop, or Alienware 14, I think they're called. It's pretty good. I dropped a few pennies on pretty much everything except for storage. I didn't go crazy with storage. Actually, I don't know. I didn't really hold back. I did get like the SSD with the like I have like a hey, a new follower. Chachma, thank you for following. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your support. Um, yeah, yeah, I have a pretty good laptop. I got it this summer, so you know it's pretty new. So I am not rich. No, I actually am a poor person. I have basically no income. But the only thing I'll spend money on is a computer, and I'll do it once every several years, just so that I can continue making software because it's what I enjoy doing with my time. Uh, uh, all right. uh, yeah, I don't actually know. I don't, there's not really a correct pronunciation of Binri either. I said it was Binri in my head before I ever said it out loud, but I wrote it just by typing, so it was always just like a combination of letters on a screen to me. I never really thought about saying it out loud uh, until much later. Yay! Love bucks. I get to. I'll check in with my landlord to see if she'll accept love bucks. Wouldn't that be great? All right, so yeah, so the other thing I guess we do is that we actually build something. So let's start setting that up now. Um, I guess uh, I guess for starters we can just like alternate through building types. I guess we'll just set up like the building prefabs, and I don't know. Either you'll get a random one or it'll just like alternate or something. I don't know. Either of those are probably fine. I'll just alternate for now, I guess. Yeah, so let's set up our prefabs. So hut, windmill, and uh, what's the other one? Where's the weird temple? What are you called? Oh, building. Building. All right, so this is building 0 prefab. So the hut. Let's make a shell object for you. Wait, no, not component. I lied. Don't make a component. No, not animator. Wait, what? Was that there already? I forget if that was there or if I... No. That was there already? I don't know what that's about. Anyways, I will keep that in mind. Yeah, I'll have to, that'll be my backup plan in case things really go south. All right, there's a door on this building. I should rotate this building so that we can see the door. So 45. So instead, what is 45 plus 90? 135. So negative 135, I guess. Nah, it's probably just 45. Negative 45. It's probably fine. Alright, so cool. Yeah, alright, so then, right, yeah, I was actually creating an empty game object so that I could have building 2, or no, building 2, or building 1 prefab. And then put the hut in the building 1 prefab, and then create empty game object. Building 2 prefab, and then put the windmill in the building 2, but I forgot to zero out the coordinates of this and also this, and then same here, zero out the coordinates of this, and then also of this, and then yeah, basically the same with u is 0 at the coordinates of this, and then this. Oh yeah, that one actually can't. It's not supposed to be zeroed out. Oh, oops, did I actually put anything underground? Why does it always get so like that when I switch between? Why does that happen? I don't know why the. Anyways. Oh wait. So. Hold on. Are you sitting on the ground, or are you like hovering above the ground? I can't really tell. Oh. Yeah. So that stuff's hovering above the ground. That's a little slightly funny. All right. So put you back down on the ground, so you actually touch the ground. Good. And then. All right. So that's one of our prefabs. We can get rid of that now. Let's put the cabin on the ground, or the hut on the ground. Yep. And then that's one of our prefabs. We can get rid of that. And then the windmill's also not on the ground. But now it is, so save that and get rid of that. Alright, so cool. Oops. Catching up on chat. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I didn't start learning with C languages. I started learning with like Visual Basic. But I'll keep that offer in mind, Panda Fur. I'm not sure. I think the value of love bucks is slightly down in this market. So I think the current MSRP of this laptop is slightly higher than 25. I'll let you know how it goes though. Ooh, wow. Wow. So that's a pretty good reason not to use JavaScript. Uh, yeah, so that's a pretty good argument for. Hey, it was literally the first thing I learned, and it worked fine. It's what got me where I am today. Uh, yeah, I honestly don't even remember it. I only remember it because I don't know, because it had a funny name, I guess. Uh, yeah. So yeah, Panda Fur. Currently, that's the highest offer. So I'll let you know if I get any counter offers against that, and I'll get back to you. Yeah. Okay. QBasic. Also an interesting name. I mean, anything with basic in the name, right? That's where you start. That's like where you're supposed to learn with, right? I assume. I don't know. All right, so let's keep track of our buildings now. So uh, public game object buildings prefab for building prefabs, and we can set this to be building prefabs. We can set it to be of length 3, and pop in building 0, building 1, and building 2. So, hey, wow, chat took off all of a sudden. Let's see. Oh yeah, C sharp. Uh, I don't know. There are just cool things about it. I don't know all the pros and cons exactly, but I know that I enjoy using it. So that's the uh, that's the biggest win point for me, I guess. Um, uh, Hey, Emerald 125. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in again. Yeah, we're still going. I think we have we're definitely not done with the project yet. I don't have anything, any other pressing appointments. So, yeah, for now we continue on. Um, uh, Ball Simulator 2015. I like where you're going, Jonas. Uh, yeah, there's nothing wrong with with compiled code. Like it's I don't know. Just find a language that works right for you and go use that language. That's I think the trick, right? That's the way to do it. Uh, uh, Cause like if a language, if like whatever language or tools you're using if it's able to fully realize your whatever you want to use it for, then that's great. That's all you need right there. So go for it. All right. So yeah. So the other thing that we're doing when we build something is to actually build something. So right. So let's keep track of. I mean, I guess technically we should have like max buildings. Yeah. Uh, Sorry. I haven't had this for a little while, so I might start getting weary at some point in the near future. Find out. Alright, so game object, uh, buildings, build sing. Why do I keep typing that? Buildings. Uh, Trisox! Hey! How's it going? How you been, man? I We're jamming. I forget. You might have tuned in last week when we were jamming too. We're still working on the same project, but I'm hoping to finish it today, which could happen. We just have a few more features to implement, like city building, and then we should balance the game. And then actually, we had an idea for how the game will end, so we'll probably put that in, and then yeah, we might finish it today. Might wrap it up tomorrow. Actually, now that I think about it, but I'm certainly gonna try and finish it today. I'm not giving up yet. Uh, so sorry, just catching up on chat real quick. Oh yeah, I remember Rock Simulator. I remember hearing about it, anyways. J Dage, J Dag, J Dag. Sorry for mispronouncing your name, but yeah, I can. So we're jamming on this game. We've been working on it for a couple days now, or a few days now, and so it's worth a few days of work. So it's that type of game. But then there are a few like descriptive statements about it down in the corner. You can check that out, and then I'll show you what we have up and running in just a moment. Um, Thanks, Chandler. um, the All right, just catching up. Uh, oh, that sounds good. um, oh, in my time zone right now, it's like 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, we got a new follower. G-Dage, or G-Dag, I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name, but thank you for following, and thank you for your support. Thank you for tuning in. um, I, I'm, oh yeah, so I changed the chat filter so it's a lot more strict now. So you probably said like dang, or a slightly sharper version of the word dang, and so it probably, yeah. Uh, so yeah, I it'll catch up some like it'll catch some casual stuff like that. Now, yeah, just because of that the result of that change. But all right, so let's look at the game that we have so far. So you're this dude. You start here, and They're coffee cups. I guess you collect coffee cups. Is that what you do? Actually, so like there's so you can adventure out from your hometown, and as you go, you can find coffee cups, which are the only asset we really have to represent resources right now, and you can find other people out in the like in the out in the wastelands, out in the wilderness. So you can kind of yeah. Right now, it's basically you go out and you're basically like trying to rescue people and collect resources. So the next idea that we're going to put in is the idea of your city. So when you come when as you collect resources and as you save dudes, when you come back to your city will be more populated, or your city will have grown. So yeah, the thing we're about to set up is actually putting in buildings and stuff. The other thing you'll notice is that because we collected a bunch of stuff, we have a lot more energy than we had last time. So now when we venture out, we can actually venture much further before we run out of steam. Oh yeah, another element is fire, which you can fight. You can put it out. You can put out fires. However, the further and further you venture out, the more and more fire you will encounter, and eventually it gets to the point where there is quite a lot of fire, and you really have to. Well, oh yeah, so it costs energy to to hop across like the hot magma fields like that, and it costs energy to fight fire, and like the more fire there is, the more energy it costs. I think we can up the amount of fire in the game because we scaled it way back, but I think we probably scaled it too far back. And also we can probably scale up the energy gains because we don't want the journeys outward to become too redundant. And when you have to hop across like lava fields like that costs a lot of energy. So yeah, I'll probably change that so that you can basically like yeah, you can accrue energy a lot faster. Yeah, you see, as the further out we go, the more fire there is. Eventually it becomes like just a huge incendiary fire field where in order to get anywhere you have to fight through the blaze. Um, Also, you kind of have to keep your team safe, so um, well, yeah, so everything you see in the game here is stuff people have made, so anything you feel like making, you're welcome to submit it, and we can we can add it to the game. I mean, we're getting pretty close to the end of the game, so like, I don't know, I guess the things that, yeah, we have like most of what we need to finish the game, and I don't want to spend too much time adding in new features or anything like that. But if you wanted to, yeah, if you wanted to make something that that would fit cleanly in the game as we have it, or if you wanted to make something that like if you want to improve any of the, well. No, yeah, no. I think we're okay with the assets we have now. Yeah. So basically, if you want to add anything so one thing that you could definitely add if you wanted to just get like an artist's credit in the game is you're welcome to add more buildings because those we can just slot in easily. Because yeah, the way I'm setting up buildings, like the more variety we have in buildings is like easy. It'll basically take almost zero effort to add in new buildings. So that would be like I would say that'd be like the easiest win. See, like I was saying, the fire fields get pretty intense at a certain point. Oh no, where are we going? I don't know. Oh, save that dude. Oh no, oh the fires. Oh, we're out of energy. All right, so oh yeah, so TTK figured out how the game ends. So this building that we have here, the Mustache Tower, I think it was N2Ater. Yeah, N2Ater made it, and he made it with he or she made it with specific instructions to oh yeah, so if you make an asset, tweet it at me. My Twitter handle is down if you scroll down, it's hey, we got a new follower. Jay Klepp. Hey, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your support and your viewership. Thank you for following. Yeah, if you wanna add any assets, or if you make assets and you want them added to the game, tweet them at me. My handle is at srsly_bz. You can find a link to it if you scroll down, or if you're on mobile, you can find it in like the sidebar, wherever you find that information panel on whatever platform you're watching on. So yeah. All right. So right now, right. So yeah. So the Mustache Tower. So yeah, TTK had the idea that the Mustache Tower will be somewhere in the world. So when you so I don't yeah. So the way we have the world set up currently is it's actually the world is actually really small. However, as you venture out into the world, like it kind of like the map shifts so that it feels much larger. So you can venture you can venture basically an infinite direction, not literally infinite, but like nearly infinite direction in any direction, and the map will just keep growing. So what we're gonna do is, or what TTK suggested, and I think is a really good idea, is if you travel far enough, if you travel like a certain distance out from the map, or from your starting location, you get a chance to encounter the Mustache Shrine. And eventually once you travel far enough, you'll find the Mustache Shrine, and the Mustache Shrine is as N2Ater had specified, it's the final building of the game. So once you find maybe it won't be that you find the Mustache Shrine, maybe it'll be that you find mustache, like you find the mustache resource or whatever. And then once you have the mustache resource, you can build the Mustache Shrine, and that's how you win the game. But the only way you can find it is if you are able to gather, if you get strong enough to actually like venture like a far distance from your town. Like, and so in order to do that, you have to be able to survive the fire fields, and you have to be able to I probably shouldn't add a penalty for having like dudes with you, because that makes it so that you don't want to save dudes actually. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of the penalty for dudes catching on fire. There's just not gonna be a penalty for dudes catching on fire. Yeah, so get rid of this. All right, save that, and then yeah, right. That's a good way to put it. So it's practically limitless in that the player can never find its limit for various other reasons. Um, uh, so uh, yeah, I think yeah. So I think as I was describing that, it occurred to me like we'll probably want it so that like the further you get from the place, the higher the probability a chunk spawns with the mustache piece. So once you get like a distance away, there's like a slight chance that you might find the mustache piece. But then once you get the further and further you go, the higher and higher that chance you have that chance of it spawning. And I'm thinking that because if the mustache piece spawns, you might actually walk right past it. Like if it's just off camera, you might just barely miss it. And so if you miss it, you'll want it to spawn again sooner and sooner and sooner, so that it does become feasible for you to actually find it. All right, so yeah, but the first thing we're going to do is, because we said it was going to be a city builder, we also said that it might have light tower defense mechanics, but those might be slightly more in your imagination than actually in the game itself. I don't know. I'll see what I can do about that. But I'm thinking at this point it'll probably be more in your imagination than anything. This story, it'll be in the narrative elements. It won't actually be in the gameplay elements, perhaps. Just because of scope. I mean, I really should have known that up front, but I didn't actually realize it until much later. Oh wait, sorry. Oh yeah, so this was just a thing. Like last Wednesday, I just started this game on a fluke, and I've ended up putting a lot of time into it, or relative. I've ended up putting more time into it than I expected. But yeah, no, this is just a diversion from the projects that I usually work on. I'm usually working on other things that are like my mainstay really. So yeah, you can expect me to get back. So one of my projects right now is it's a uh, oh, it's a game played through Stream itself. So the one of the projects I'm working on uh, is it's actually going to be like the visuals for the game will actually like appear like in the corner of the screen, and then I'm still working out exactly how I want the interface to play because like I don't know. I kind of wanted to play through chat, but then it's also like I haven't exactly figured out how to get that working. So we shall see as to how and how exactly that will work. But yeah, that's another project that I'll be working on in the future, and then some of the projects actually. So one of the projects on that I kind of really actually want to work on is it's on my website now. It's in a very early form because it actually was the result of a jam. It was the jam that I mentioned earlier that I marathon jammed over a weekend once. So if you go to srsly, it's not linked from the main site, but if you go to wrong button. If you go to /IAMA, then this is a game that I made, which is like a puzzle game where you have to mix colors in order to nope. Nope, that wasn't it. You have to mix colors in order to. All right, so like if I turn yellow, I can't pass over red or blue. I can only pass over yellow. If I turn, well, I was yellow, so when I picked up blue, I turned green, and now that I'm green, I can pass over blue or green, or even yellow. I could pass over yellow as well, because green is a combination of those colors. Oh, right, look at that. So yeah, so you have to mix colors in order to solve puzzles, basically. So this is one of the games that I was thinking I might work on next, because I really like it. I don't know. Oh, this one's easy. The puzzles in this game are randomly generated, so sometimes they're absurdly easy. That's one of the things I'd have to smooth out if I were to return to the game to work on it more. Oh, thank you, Joshua. Yeah, I just the theme of the jam was disguises, and so I just I yeah, so I started thinking about like I started thinking of like the color coding as kind of like a form of disguise, and yeah, I definitely need to work on the level generation, or just the levels in general. But I might make them instead of having them generated procedurally. I might just I made the procedural generation thing, but I might just use the procedural generation thing to help me quickly build levels, and then once the levels are procedurally generated, I might go in by hand and tweak and refine them. Also, yeah, the map gets bigger as you go, so eventually, this is another. I like things that are procedural, and I like things that are limitless. So I tend to make games that are procedurally generated and have no like fixed. They have no like set end point. Like they could hypothetically just go on forever. Whoops, I messed that one up. I wasn't supposed to get that. I did it again. I'm not supposed to get that other yellow. I'm supposed to turn north. I'm supposed to go up, and then over here, and then down and around. Wait, where am I going? Oh yeah, no, I need that to. Yeah, there we go. All right. Yeah, that's the one. See, like this is like the worst start, like because you can just go right to the goal. So the one thing that I accomplished for the jam is that a lot of times like the crown would start like right here in like one of these corners, and that was also gratuitously easy. So in those cases, I just made it so that so that this square and this square are replaced by bricks. So in the trivial easy case that we just saw, I should make it so that the space in between is replaced by a brick. So that way there's that you at least have to go a slight amount of distance. But I also I made it so that there's at least guaranteed to be one solution for every map. And I was like nervous about changing the rules at the last minute because I don't want to make it so that there would be a map that was impossible to solve. Sorry, I tend to get distracted by my games when I play them sometimes. Uh, but I'll get back to what we're doing in just a moment. I promise. All right, that's probably enough for now. Hey, Emerald125. Oh, sweet. All right, yeah. Oh, buildings are no sweat. I will pop that sucker in post haste. All right, so copy that. Copy that. 9. Every time I say that, I feel like talking like a trucker for some reason. Fileupload.net. Which download link am I actually supposed to click on? The one with the green arrow? That one seems like the obvious choice, but is it too obvious? Is it this one? This one's a bit more nondescript. And then that one looks like it's weird, so... No, that one's fake, probably. That one seems legit. And that one's fake. Alright, so I'm guessing it's this one. We'll see. Hopefully that was the right one. This is a puzzle download website. Alright. Wait, right one? No. Are you saying right one as in I got the correct one, or is it the... Because I chose the center one. So, fingers crossed. Show in folder. Why is it showing up? Yeah, 7-zip. Open archive, I guess. I don't know. Alright. So what do we have here? Alright, so I guess I have to probably want to drop this whole thing over to I don't know how to pronounce that word. Holzhut or something. I don't know. I shouldn't guess. Alright, so C projects, our city, assets, I'll make a new folder for this one. New folder, holes, I'll call it. Hopefully that's not an offensive word. I don't speak that language, so I don't know. Alright, so then move these guys over here. Yeah, alright. Yeah, so wrap that up. I didn't have to close those, but whatever. Alright, so now when we go back here, we should have oh, okay. So holes maybe means wooden or something. I don't know. Thank you. So yeah, let's drop one of these guys into the scene. Oh wow, did you make this? Because I guess I should have mentioned this before, but I can only use assets that people made. If you got it from somewhere, I'm not gonna use it. But if you made this, this is awesome. And yeah. Yeah, I'm sure nothing. What could go wrong, right? The other great part, the other great part about it is, okay, cool. Yeah, no, it's really good. I was like, maybe they got this from like a site or something, but yeah. All right, so let's get the scale figured out. I'm just gonna do it manually because whatever, I don't care. People yell at me when I change the scale instead of doing the import options, but whatever. Oh wait, I'm told I'm disable animations because I'm not actually caring about animations. Anyways, so yeah, let's put it down to like, I don't know, like 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. That's still a bit big just because of, well, let's see it compared to building to, alright, so yeah, so just the basic, actually yeah, that could be pretty close to the right size. Let's make sure it sits on the ground instead of floating above the ground. And then yeah, and once we do that, it could be pretty good. Good to go. Maybe I'll just drop it down slightly, ever so slightly, so like 1 and 7 instead of 2. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Alright, I'll call that good. So yeah, alright, let's get rid of this prefab. We don't actually need that. So let's make a container for it. This will be building 3 prefab, I think. Wait, today. Oh yeah, building. Oh, so let's zero out the transform. Put the building in the thing. Yeah. All right. Cool. So now we have 4 buildings. Boom. Oh yeah, and so I just need to add this to the list of buildings. Yeah. Look at the city grow. Whoops. Nope, that's not correct. Building 3. Yeah, there we go. All right. Look at the city grow. This is a city building game dev. Building a city building game. Sorry, just catching up on chat. Yeah, that's the trick, Tom, is that you finish it is the trick. Oh hey, we got a new follower. Gamerboy 2015, thank you for following. Welcome to the channel. Oh wait, it was on stilts? Sorry, I think I accidentally put the stilts underground. I can fix that there. Yeah, thank you, Gamerboy, thank you for following. Alright, let me, oh, was it? Yeah, no, wait, hold on. Was it? Yeah. Oh, it was like, okay, yeah, no, I did see that. I just, alright, yeah, anyways, yeah. No, I think it's good. Alright. That's funny, though. Yeah, the trick to development is you focus on the project for a few weeks, but then you don't give up is the trick. That's the key there. So I would suggest trying that. No, I don't know what the actual secret is, but I know that it can be difficult to finish a project. I've only been bringing projects so far, so it might get to the point in the not distant future where I find myself in a situation like that. Oh no. I get that somewhere when if I smoke. I used to be a smoker. I used to smoke the cigarettes. Wait, hold on. I have a fake cigarette. I made a fake cigarette for my Halloween costume, and because I used to smoke, when I was wearing my costume the other night, I would actually like bring it up to my face and I'd be like, oh wait, no, this is a prop. This is not not a real thing. I will get nothing from this. But yeah, no, that was it. Yeah. Ooh. That sounds like an unfun feeling, TTK. I've gotten pretty good at yeah, so yeah, you should be able, I guess, so yeah, so here's some actual advice instead of like crazy made up non-advice, but yeah, I would suggest like if you are not 100% about a project, only do what you need to do in order to figure out if you actually like that project. So for example, this is one of the games I made, and I do like it. When I first started making it, the first thing I did was put together all the things that I wasn't 100% sure about. So, for example, actually, if you go on my site and you type in srsly.bz/graph/p1, this is the first playable build that I came up with, and I made this one in a day. I just put in everything that was like I basically just put in like the very fundamental core of the game. And so at the end of the day, I was able to say, do I actually like this game? Like, do I actually want to put more than a day into this game? And the answer was yeah. I actually kind of liked it, and I hadn't seen anything like it before, so I yeah, I continued with it, and I enjoyed it, and then ultimately I added features, and I polished it, and I made it better and made it more fun. But yeah, so the key there was just only developing far enough to be able to make that judgment call. And when you're developing, like sometimes you have to, in order to add a new feature, you have to break the build, but don't leave the build broken for very long. Like always make sure that you, especially if you're adding something that you're unsure about, um, make sure that the build stays playable. Play the build constantly, and don't follow your preconceptions about what the game was supposed to be. Instead, just respond to the most fun thing that you see about the game at any time. Um, so like even if your game was even if your game was like supposed to be like this, like I don't know, like if this was supposed to be like an epic war game or something, but then I realized like, oh, actually I just like making the spheres bounce around, and I like making it so that you can bash the bricks. Then like change on a dime. Make it like follow the thing that's actually fun instead of the idea that you had. Um, all right, cool, yeah. Uh, so I hope that helps because yeah, like no one's magically going to know what will be fun and what won't be fun. The best thing you can do is just to just find out as fast as possible. Don't let it go. Like once you find something that's fun, like only like say like hold on to that fun for dear life. If you change something and it becomes less fun, get ready to change it back. Just anything you can do to like get to the fun as fast as possible, and hold on for dear life. And uh, yeah, so then whenever you have an inkling that something might be fun, you can try it out, and if it works, great. If it doesn't work, you can just go back to what you had before. So I guess that'd be my best advice. Conversely, so that was the first game for the first project that I made recently, a few months ago, and so then this was the second project. And actually, for this project, I did the opposite. I did exactly everything that I like. Everything that I just told you, I did none of that for this project. I had this project in mind, and I basically sculpted it out in my head as like what this project is going to be. And then when I started on the project, I just sat down and I just made it. And I don't know. I guess actually this one was probably like a bit of a gamble, because this one probably like you said, like sometimes you just realize it's not fun, and like this one might have turned out not fun. Personally, I like it, but I don't know. I probably just got lucky with that with this one, or for me, or maybe it isn't fun and I just personally like it. I don't know, but either way, that one just kind of worked out, and I didn't follow my own advice. So oh yeah, perfect score. Uh, so you can get lucky the other way, but yeah, the safer way is probably the first way that I described. The way where you you prove stuff out. And Zen Yeti, hey, we're talking about how do you well, so the question was, what do you do when you realize that the game you just spent a week making is not fun? And so I'm not really answering that question. I'm kind of answering the question of what you do to make sure your game is as fun as possible. And yeah, I have been talking about that for a while, so I should get back to work. The other thing though is that when I start playing this game, I tend to play at least a few rounds before I give up. So hold on, sorry, we're almost there. We got this. We got this. All right, I'll stop. That's the last time. Anyways, yeah. So those ones are, yeah. How to prototype. That's a good one. Yeah, rapid prototyping is all about like we were just talking about. Getting something working as fast as possible, and then adapting from there. Also, get other people to play it as soon as possible, because you know if you're really invested in a project, you might not realize that it's not fun, and someone else might realize it a lot sooner. So those would be all of my advices. Sorry, I'm probably a little bit behind on chat, so I'll catch up on that real quick and then I'll get back to work. Um, yeah, only making fun games is another trick to to solve that problem. Um, hmm. Oh, yikes. Oh, yeah, right. Well, gosh. Yeah, make sure you're, what is it? Like hydrated? What are the other things that can cause dizziness? Like if you're like low on blood sugar, make sure make sure you got all your humors in balance, I guess. Um, all right, excuse me. Yeah, I'll get back to work in just a second. Yeah, because if you have a really fun bread toaster on wheels, then like, who cares about cars? Um, so that advice probably doesn't work as well outside of game development because like outside of game development you have like functional requirements but the only functional requirement for a game is to produce an enjoyable experience. So you have a lot more leeway there. I like games because you can be. I like game development because you can be experimental like that. I don't know. Maybe I could work in like regular software design, but I feel like, yeah, I feel like what with Edelneck says, like someone would ask me for like like a like tax software, and I would like end up delivering them like I don't know software that like invents robots or something. I don't know. like, I feel like if I had like functional constraints, I would. I'm like, hey, welcome back, Mintucket. Yeah, tomato juice. I can hook you up. I actually just finished this bottle, but I think I have another one around somewhere. All right, city building. So, all right, now that we know what we're gonna do with the mustache tower, I'm gonna turn it into a prefab and get it off the scene. I'm also gonna move the civilian temporarily, just because. Uh, yeah. So right. So mustache tower. Let's create an empty game object. Reset its position. Mustache tower. Wow. I guess mustache tower kind of. No, I guess it was just perfectly sized from the start, so we never really had to tinker with it. So yeah, this will be uh, mustache prefab. Uh, and now that we can get that out of the scene too. All right, so yeah, now when you oh right, I left the game in an unplayable state. Uh, but yeah, now when we play the game, we'll start with a nice clean slate. And all right, yeah, where were the errors that we left in there? Because I think I just kind of like stopped. Yeah, building. Yeah, buildings equals new game object. Max buildings, I guess. Wow, I keep saying that. Buildings. Uh, and max buildings isn't a thing yet, so I should probably make it a thing. Const int max buildings. Build sing. My fingers. I swear I can type. I swear I can. I just I don't know. I'll set that to 50 for starters. UDK. I don't have an opinion. I've never really looked at it. I heard it makes pretty things. I heard it makes things really pretty. Uh, that was what I heard about it. Yeah. um, so, alright, what are we doing with buildings? Alright, yeah, so now when we make a building, we can say, so for int I equals 0, I love for loops, me and for loops, besties, I less than max buildings, I plus 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 plus. Um, if buildings I equals null, buildings buildings index I equals instantiate buildings building prefabs index random dot range, my new favorite, 0 to 3, or 0 to building prefabs, just in case I expand this later. Building prefabs dot length minus 1. Yeah. Yeah. I guess, I don't know. Sometimes you get what you pay for, right? I guess is the thing that I would advise. Because, like, I don't know. I think part of the reason they had to get so competitive in their pricing is because they're, I don't know. I won't speculate, but, like, I've heard horror stories is the reason that I'm personally wary about it. But, anyways, yeah, I should make a place for the building before I just plop it in there. So buildings. Do I have like buildings count? I could do buildings count, I guess. Buildings count. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, so buildings count. Plus plus will happen like at the end of this whole thing, this whole shebang. Oops. Yeah, someday you'll have your own line. Alright, and then yeah, just comment that out for a second. Buildings count plus plus. Oh, and break, yeah. Oh yeah, and buildings count isn't a real thing. Not yet. So buildings count, let's make that a real thing. Buildings count equals 0, and it's an int. Save that. Find references. So yeah, so for the position, I guess oh yeah, this position is gonna be slightly weird, I guess. So maybe I should just make a map of positions or something. Yeah, maybe I should just make a map of positions. I'm using, this is MonoDevelop, and I'm using Unity. Yeah, does that answer your question? Also, welcome to the channel, IB Talks. Or maybe you're not new, maybe I just, I'm not gonna, username Aregwin. Sorry for mispronouncing your name, but thank you for following, and thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your support. And I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name. I'm sorry also for just like looking at the screen and squinting for a minute. That was me trying to figure out your name. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Hey, yeah. Are people asking me questions in chat? I think most people are chatting about you before, right? All right, Ivy Talks. Thank you also for thank you for following. Oh yeah, I changed the color scheme, so maybe Oh, also I have like the top bar cut off a little bit. I tried to maximize screen space so that you could, so that the text size would actually be like somewhat legible. So, oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I have disabled links in chat, but hold on, I can. The funny thing about disabling links in chat is that I can still see the links. Actually, I don't know if you know that, but all right. So, uh, yeah, I guess this is the link that Tomorrow was trying to. Oh, well, yeah, this is the link that Tomorrow is trying to share. Uh, anyways, yeah, let's make these buildings build. All right, so map, I guess. Map seems like the easiest way to do this. Uh, Whatever. I'm just gonna map it out. All right, so oh, Mint Arcade's probably cheating. There are ways that you can get around the chat filter if you go, because like the chat filter is only in Twitch. Like, this is like an IRC channel. It's based on an IRC channel that doesn't have any filters in it. So yeah. Uh, uh, oh really? Oh, so it's just better Twitch TV? Wow. What dicks? Oh, sorry. What jerks? I guess I meant to say. Uh, bye, Jonas. Have a fun time shooting people. Um, um, all right. Well, anyways, yeah. If you use Better Twitch TV, that's on you. I'm not moderating those links, so prepare to eat it, I guess. Uh, yeah, what I said would definitely not have passed the chat filter. I apologize, but no, that's just obnoxious. Better Twitch TV, more like arrogant Twitch TV. Anyways, uh, um, hey, Defense Red, welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Um, what was I doing here? Oh yeah, I'm making a map. I don't like maps, but whatever. Sometimes you have to make maps. Uh, so we'll have vector3 array build plots, I guess, plots equals vector3 new vector3 length max buildings, and I might not actually make it that long. I might make it less long than that. So yeah, I may redefine max buildings by putting out this map. So all right, let's make a map. So void make map. So vector3. All right. So plots 1 plots 0 equals new vector3 1 no -1 1 -1 1 -1 1 -1 1 -1 1 -1 -1 1 -1 1 -1 0 1 yes, this is true. If I was working on a project with other people, I would put in comments, but comments are for other people, and It's just me on this project. So comments can help oneself, but I find personally for small scale projects like this is just a jam project. So like if I was working with other people, or if I expected anyone ever to touch this code base ever, then I'd put in comments and I'd use enums. But those things are not literally free. Like you have to type them, you have to put thought into them, and for me personally, it wastes more time than it actually saves. So yes, TTK is actually is only slightly facetious when he says that I just remember everything. Uh, yeah. Um, no, it's legit jam code tomorrow. It's legit jam code. Here, I'll say it a few more times in case you want to record it and play it back for yourself. But I'm I'm not as uncertain about that. So it's jam code. It's jam code. Play that back as many times as you need to hear it. Uh, well, yeah. So that would make sense. Me in the future would make sense if I in the future actually even expected to ever look at this project. But it's a freaking jam project. If you keep goading me, maybe I'll just like literally delete the whole thing. I'll just publish the game and then delete the entire code base from the face of the universe. So that way, like I really can't emphasize enough. Like this is dead. This is dead. Like this project is literally a zombie because it's already past the drop dead date and we're still working on it. Like this this code is literally necrotic. Like it's by design necrotic. So uh, um, I'm just saying like press me on these things all you want, but if you press me on them, I'll give you the full explanation. And um, this is the full explanation. So, um, all right. Anyways, I'm also just trying to find reasons that I don't have to work on this map right now. Blurg, Dorf, Florf, Blurf, Snurf, Malorf. All right. So one plots one. Plots one will be so negative 1 1. So now 1 1. Plots two. Negative 1 negative 1. Yeah. Plots three. Negative 1. Or no, positive. No, wait, no. Positive 1 negative 1. Yeah. Derp. Derp dorp. Yeah. Plots four. Whoops. Too many spaces. Too many line breaks. Plots four. Plots four. Negative 1 2. Probably. Seems like a sensible place to start. Negative 1 2. 1 2. 1 2. Oops, not 121. 1 2. Oh, was that supposed to be plus 5? Plus 5. Plots 6. Plots 6. 2 2 1. Possibly. 2 1. Plot 7. 2 negative 1. 2 negative 1. Plot 8. 1 negative 2. 1 negative 2. Negative 2. Negative 1 negative 2. that's plots 9. Plots 10, uh, -2, -1, -1, that's plots 10, and then plots 11, -2, 1. No, no Mint Arcade. That is the worst thing that anyone has ever said. In fact, I will now ban you for having said that. Except you realize that I'm bluffing and I'm not actually going to ban you because stream delay, I would have banned you already by the time you heard this message. But no, that's horribly offensive. I demand you take that back. That is the most terrible curse I've ever heard uttered in this chat, in the history of this chat. So I am offended. I'm joking, but no, like seriously, come on. All right, so that was 11. So all right, so now thank you. All right, so 12 will be -2, 2. Negative, no, +2, +2. Oh, that was 13. 13, 14. 14 is +2, -2. Yeah. +2, -2. Yeah, basically. No, not really. I can show you the... Wait, did I leave the game in a playable state? I forget. Yeah, I can give you a quick tour of the game. Kerplink, welcome to the stream. So yeah, so you start on this this little island here, and you can venture out. You can collect coffee cups, which are the resources in this game, for whatever reason. You can collect coffee cups, and you can actually walk across the lava, but it costs energy to do so. Wow, we haven't found any dudes this time around. Oh, there's one. You can rescue people, and they'll follow you around. Yeah, so generally, well, that turns over. So what we're doing now is that now, once you return to your town after venturing out, we're actually going to grow out the town. So we're putting in city building. So specifically, the thing that I'm plotting out right now is how your city grows. So your city grows. The first. So yeah, I'm basically just plotting out coordinates. So the coordinates that I've plotted out so far. The coordinates that I've plotted out so far is that your first building will appear here. Your second building will appear here. Your third building will appear here. Your fourth building will appear here. Your fifth building will appear here. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, and then it'll kind of grow out like that. So that way, so I have no clue what is happening right now. Oh. No, I get it. I was being hyperbolic earlier. I didn't, but I just really can't emphasize enough how garbage this is. This is all garbage code. This is literally like it's going to be a finished product and it's going to be playable, but like no, if I ever wanted to do anything like this before, I'd be better off rewriting it from scratch. So if you think I'm silly for not including comments, I think you're silly for getting just so like okay, I'm not saying comments are bad. I'm saying that comments are one of those things that you can accidentally get it into your head that they're more important than they actually are. So what I'm trying to emphasize is that yes, comments are good. There are times that you don't want or need them. This is one of those times. That's my overall point. Thank you, Minto Kid. The other reason I get on these tangents and let myself get on these tangents is because I believe this is legitimately educational. Like some people will literally like I don't know like persecute you basically for not like swearing pledging your life to like the Lord of Comments or whatever. But yeah, no. So I just want to be 100% clear that that's not always a good thing. That's in fact sometimes like the extremist views like that tend to be wrong about as often as they're right. So in this case, I think like I'm not saying there are as many cases that you shouldn't comment as you should, but it's important to remember the cases where it's just a waste of time and energy. And like I guess like to temper that, I'll say you you might be a different sort of developer than I. I I I really enjoy learning. I really enjoy figuring out new things when I program, and I really enjoy pushing myself to learn new things. So, for one thing, if I ever want to work on another project, it's not going to be a carbon copy of my old project. If it's a carbon copy of, oh, I got a notification. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Um, uh, uh, lava dirds. No one's gonna understand this statement except one person, but lava dirds. Uh, sorry, wait. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So not only do I like to push myself and not revisit old concepts, I also like to understand the concepts that I implement so well that like it it should be like oftentimes I'll go back and I'll try and like poach some of my old code, and half the time I realize like wait no, it would have just been quicker to write this myself because I really value a like strong conceptual understanding of what we're working with, such that yeah, so that's another thing. I'm not an elegant code writer, but some people just write code so elegantly that you don't like that. Like comments would just be like a mar on the face of of something so so beautiful. Lava dirds. um, Man, that would make this that might make this game quadruple A. We might not even we might not even be able to release it. It'd be too good. Like it would ruin the face of games if we had if we had lava dirds. Uh, yeah, and that's actually how I use comments too. Like for example, I might have deleted it already, but like I put in a comment like I put comments as if they're like magical commands. Like oh well, I took it out already. But before I started fleshing this out, like this part just said make building or whatever. And so when I found that comment, I was like, oh, this part is supposed to make building. Just as like a yeah, like a basically like a to do. Uh, that's very considerate of you, TTK. Um, all right, yeah. So I'm the other reason I'm going off on such tangents is because I am wasting time. All right, so map plot 15. We'll go where? So we did negative 2 2. We did negative. Wait, what? Negative. Yeah, so now negative 2 negative 2, right? It's the 15th. Uh, yeah, right. Do 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 do. Wait. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, I made a mistake earlier on. Oh, not really a mistake, but I want to change how this goes. Yeah, because I want this to go. I kind of like it to go as like a more of a cycle. So the max buildings might be 16. I I don't feel like doing this map any longer, so we're gonna try 16, and if we need more buildings, we can expand it further. But yeah, for now the max buildings is gonna be 16. Uh, all right, so that could be sufficient. That'll give us like 4 of each building type. I'm not actually smoking. This is a prop cigarette that I made for my Halloween. Costume. But Sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. Man, I've been streaming for 8.5 hours, so if I seem a little bit loopy, then, gee, I wonder why that could be. Uh, I finished all my tomato juice. Now I'm gonna finish this project. Alright, so we also, what's the scale of this, oh, yeah, huh. Actually, I guess no, yeah, no, this is good. Oh, yeah, no, I guess this is a little weird. Because, yeah, maybe I should have set up the map slightly differently. Maybe instead of twos, I should do threes, probably. Yeah, it'll just be conceptually simpler if I do threes instead of twos. So I'm just gonna replace that real quick. There's my pseudocode that I was typing up earlier. Alright, so edit, replace, two, oh wait, two, close parentheses. Oh man, alright, whatever, I'll just fix the indices afterwards. Twos with threes, replace all. Yes, I realized that turned my 2 into my index 2 into a 3, and it turned my index 12 into an index 13. But I can fix that easily enough. Alright, so that is probably slightly easier to work with. Yeah. So, oh, thank you, TTK. Yeah, I have a picture of my. I was proud of how my costume came out overall. I haven't done the costume thing in a very long time. I've never done face paint before, but I figured I might as well give it a shot. And I actually, I mean, I was embarrassed to admit it on Friday, but the reason my stream started so late is because I spent like all afternoon on my costume. Yeah. um, uh, yeah. I you don't have to worry too much, Mint Arcade. I'll stop myself from getting distracted when it's important. But sometimes I let myself get distracted because that's just how my brain works too. Pandiver, that is an adorable pencil. That is the cutest little cutest little pencil I have ever seen, I think. Um, Sorry, I'm slightly below on chat. Um, I'll stop using this fake cigarette. um, oh yeah, I have Windows 8. This one's 8, right? This is 8. I don't know if my entire screen gets covered when I do this, so I can't tell if it actually shows up on OBS, but I assume it does. Yeah, and I guess I don't have any major complaints. Actually, no, I do have a major complaint. I used to hit the Windows key and then immediately start typing in the app that I wanted to launch, and that was something that I did a lot in Windows 7, and I just can't do it anymore. Instead, I have to hit the Windows key, and then I have to hit the search thing, and then I can, etc., etc. And that one extra like click is so annoying. So, for that reason, I don't find it worthwhile. I in fact tried to downgrade to Windows 7, but my laptop manufacturer forgot to send me the installation disk for Windows 7, so what I say. All right. Anyways, right. So, so where were we doing things? Somewhere in the vicinity of here. All right. So the position will be plots. Buildings count. Yeah. Because if what? No way! Oh, that's the dumbest. All right. Well, that's. All right. I guess I don't have a problem with Windows 8 anymore. That is the dumbest, though. I feel, Anyways, I still don't like it, but I won't complain about it as loudly anymore. Uh, Thank you. Yeah, I am on Windows 8.1. So yeah, all right. So my complaints were probably all still true about Windows 8 because like I never used Windows 8. I only ever used Windows 8.1. So from what I hear, it was yeah. From what I hear, Windows 8 was just an abomination. They were like, hey, let's screw everything up, and they didn't realize that people might be annoyed by that. Yeah, I guess part of the reason I just assume that Windows 8 is bad whenever I try and do something with it is that I remember I remember just hearing everything about how horrible everything had gotten. So, anyways, uh, I don't feel like typing. Oh yeah, no, I literally can't. So I'll just say quaternion identity uh, for the rotation. Identity, which I think is zeros or is. No, I don't know what it is, but whatever. It's like it's basically like the starting version of whatever. Why is there a thing here? Why are you not enthusiastic about this line? I finished this already. Did I forget to close out? Oh, why do I have a? No, that's correct. Oh, I forgot to close out this index. Yeah. All right. So, oh wait, no, it's not. It's not plots buildings count. It's plots buildings count times building scale, which is not a real thing yet, but I have to make it a real thing. Building scale, and this will be equal to 3 probably. Yeah, probably. Float building scale equals 3f. Alright, so yeah, I think we now have buildings. Let's see if that works. Save that. Nope. Oh yeah, as game object. Derp dorp. Oh, and we want to parent it so it doesn't get cluttersome. So buildings oh yeah, actually, you know what else is we don't have to do all this. We can just say get rid of that, get rid of this. We can just say if buildings or if buildings count is less than max buildings, then yeah. Oh yeah, and then so buildings or it's not buildings I anymore, it's buildings buildings count is the index. What are you doing? Why are you freaking out? Yeah, again, buildings or building. Stop freaking out, you weirdos. Buildings count dot transform dot parent equals bucket, or no, I guess city grounds. Bucket or city grounds, it doesn't really matter. What? Stop. Oh yeah, no, I know what you're trying to undent or unindent is because this whole thing is supposed to unindent. So shift tab. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. I like making controversial statements and then ignoring chat for a little while. I don't realize that I do it, but sometimes I'll do that, and then I'll be like, oh, why is chat exploded? Yeah, I have great hope for Windows 10. I wonder if it's gonna live up to expectations. Oh, yeah, do you people know the... Yeah, right, okay, Demora told the story about begins with 9. Yep. Mint Arcade, oh yeah, thank you for tuning in. Sorry for, sorry for threatening to ban you, and sorry for taking so long to reply. Maybe you're gone by now, but, Yeah, I hope to catch you again sometime. Uh, that is an interesting theory, Demora. But yeah, the begins with 9 was the explanation that I had heard as well. Uh, all right, so buildings work now? Nope. Oh right, yeah, city grounds dot transform. What? What loop? Oh yeah, right. I don't need a break now that there's no loop. All right, save that. Are we good now? I think we might. It might work that now when we venture out of the city, we we can get as long as we've collected enough resources, which I think we have by this point. I think when we go back to town, we'll what happened to all the cups? Or was that place like? What was that area devoid of cups? Yeah, look, we have a building now. All right, so I might need to space it out a little bit further. But I think if I collect more stuff and go back to town again, it should. I think we've in fact collected enough stuff already that when we go back to town, it should have more stuff going on. I think we've collected significantly much more than we need to grow out the town. I might just make it so that we get 1 building per pop. I might limit it to that, and you're not guaranteed to get a building per pop. Actually, no. Maybe I can just balance it, and I just don't want it to be that like you go out on one trip and you get like 500 new buildings. Yeah, look at that. Our building, it's growing. It's growing. I thought this was your building, Light It Man. Wait, which was your building? I thought it was this one. I thought it was the pyramid. In which case, yes. If yours was... I could have sworn yours was the pyramid. So yes? I feel like the answer is yes. I actually... Okay, cool. Yeah, I actually like the spacing, because I don't want to go crazy with the sizing, so I think I might actually like bring the scale of this building down just a skosh, because it has a really wide base. So this building is all about that base. About that base. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible person. Yeah, so let's see what it would look like if what would it look like if it was like 0.25? Is that gonna be better? Yeah, actually maybe slightly smaller, 0.22. Yeah, that looks good. 0.22. Yeah, because I just wanted to make it clear that so like yeah, the buildings are going to crop up all around, but they're going to crop up on set kind of a grid. So I just wanted to be clear that you can, you can travel between them, so that it's not. Because I don't think I'm actually going to put in clipping. I think I'm going to make it so you can just like walk through it. But I just want to make it intuitive that you don't clip through them. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess the delay must be like a technological thing or something. Unless they have like secret like butt detection, so that like maybe the delay is like maybe they're doing image processing so that like you don't like moon the camera or something. No, sorry. I don't know why my mind went immediately there. But like yeah, I don't know any specifically practical reason for the delay. So I'm assuming it's just like a technological constraint. I don't know though. Maybe it's just maybe they just put it in as a convenience factor, because like with people who are playing competitive games on Twitch, like there's always the concern about sniping. So I don't know though. Like a 20-second delay isn't going to do much against a sniper. So yeah, no, yeah. Oh, yeah, compression, right? That makes sense. Good thing we have smart people in chat. um, all right, so yeah, all right. So the other thing that we have to do is Yeah, well, I guess there's only one way to find out if they have butt detection. Uh, Someone's got to test it. Sorry, I'll stop talking now. All right, so, oh shoot, yeah, the thing I guess I could just spawn a prefab manually. So the starting position is 333, I think, right? Because I wait, what? Why did you not move? Oh, oops, no, I changed the prefab, not the spawned instance of the prefab. Alright, so oops, not, not 3 points into the air, 0 points into the air. Alright, yeah, so I need the city to be slightly bigger when we have buildings. So what am I setting it to now? Because I can actually start it a little bit smaller, I guess. Uh, Currently, what is it? It's the city city radius is starting at 11. Really? Oh, that's like a fake 11. Uh, so I can start it at I don't know, like 7, I guess. Um, and then save that, and then yeah. So if we build a building, with the advent of the first building, we must now rescale. That, oh man, if I ever had that job, I would just print all the business cards, and I would get really creative with the business card design. Uh, oh man. That's also, if you're ever at a job interview and they say, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" That's also a really good answer to that question. Is yeah. Warp time. Uh, you could you could have it as one of those like hologram like lenticular cards. So like you have it at one angle and you see the butt, but then you turn it to a slightly different angle and it disappears. Or like it has a crosshair over it for the detection. Anyways, I amuse myself. Rift OC, hey, welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. I amuse myself way too easily. uh, yeah, we're putting in buildings now. So, sorry, I got really loud for a second. But, so, uh, so if, why are my caps locks? If, buildings, count, if buildings count, equals 1, then we have to resize to 13, I think is our first resize. If buildings count equals 1, uh, then, what is it, city grounds, grounds, dot transform dot local scale equals new vector 3, 13, 1, 13, else if buildings count for equals 5, 5 is the next time we have to scale up. Buildings count equals 5, city grounds, transform local scale, etc., etc. I guess actually all of this could be inside the, yeah, we could just put all of this inside here, because we don't really need it outside there. If we hit the maximum, then there's not really much else to do here. Alright, so I started that. I apologize. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. I I I half knew what I was getting into, but I sometimes you just have to express a thought, and sometimes you choose to do it in a way that you might not have. It was I think I used too much imagery. I probably should have described it in a more clinical manner. Uh, yeah, yeah. The Jonathan Colton version is fantastic. Uh, oh, it's a it's a fake cigarette that I made for a Halloween costume, but I keep picking it up because I should put it away is what I should do. Just because it's right next to me. I used to smoke, like I smoked for years, and then most recently I smoked for like a few months. So hey Jonas, welcome back. Uh, so I just have that habit, and it's really sad because it's not even a real cigarette. Uh, all right, but I think we're good here now. Oh wait, no, this has to be now 13 by 13, so it has to be 19 by 19. I think to accommodate all of them, probably. Yeah, probably. All right. Cool. So yeah, stuff and like whatnot. You collect cups. You collect dudes, cups and dudes. Cups and dudes is what life is all about when you're when you're in the middle of an ocean of fire. Um, I gotta say, we just like plugged in temp values for like the how we wanted the ground to be set up versus like the lava, and I think we got it pretty good. Like I think the ratio of like yeah we got just I'm actually yeah for this prefab I'm gonna actually rotate the windmill slightly so that so you can see the blades a little bit better. So yeah, so I might as well just do 45 degrees, right? Yeah, that looks good. And yeah, I should do that to the actual prefab itself so that it actually matters. Uh, 45, right? That's how much I rotated it, right? Yeah, 45. All right. So yeah, so now, sorry, I'm just gonna play it through a little bit just to make sure that the city builds out to reasonable expectations. And you need to find at least one dude because you have to each building takes one additional. Well, I have plenty of dudes now. I have a lot of resources now, so I could actually just traipse across fire just to end the round real fast. But I have to collect the cups anyways, so might as well collect cups while I'm here. A lot of cups here. And I am kind of just traipsing across fire because why not? Yeah, and so I want to scale up. I want to make it so that the buildings are harder to build, but like for now they're really easy to build. So for example, if I just traipse across fire, I just like run in any random direction, I will get I'll get a new building pretty much every time. Actually, I should probably avoid the cups because that. Did I say fewer fire? Uh, I meant to say fewer fires. Did I say? Wait, who said fewer? Did I say fewer? Sorry. Whenever. Wait, hold on. It's all downhill from there. Wow, we have a lot of windmills. So yeah, all right. So this is like the one that I want to check out in particular. Is the next one? Oh, I should get another dude just in case. I forget how many I had. Yeah, alright, so this one, so it should scale out again. No? What happened there? Is that even the correct location? Why does it feel like it's like not a grid? Uh, huh. Wait, 0, 1, 2, 3. That the building count should be 5 at this point, so this should have been the part where it would. um, hey, CP1414. Hey, how's it going? Um, uh, oh yeah, sure, it's totally a 10. But yeah, why did this go weird? Oh no, fire in town. Um, huh. Oh yeah, that's interesting. I guess maybe maybe I should put the building width to 4 instead of just to 3. Uh, yeah. So why did the city grounds not get bigger, and why did other things, etc., etc. All right. So yeah, I'm just gonna test this faster again. I'm going to set the build scale down to 0 and 0, and the max turns down to like 5, I guess. And oh wait, I shouldn't have done that yet. I'll start it at like 50-ish or whatever. But no, wait. Oh, whoops. I forgot to restart. All right. So yeah, I just need to get 5 cups. Done, and 1 person. There we go. All right, now we can just burn, baby burn, and we can jack this way down. So yeah. You should just get a building every time. Wait, what? Oh, right, because it consumes the resources, so I do still need to get 5 cups each time. Oops. I do still need to get 5 cups, but then the rest I can just squander. Alright, so far so good. Oops, I don't know if I got one that time. No. Alright. Wait, I feel like we're losing energy too fast. 41 down to 38. Down to 35? Why are we losing energy so fast? We should only be losing 1 per step. It's like it's ignoring, anyways. Yeah, so what is up with that? What is the deal there? Oh, I'm a silly person, I think, is the deal there? Maybe? No, that doesn't explain it. I mean, I'm a silly person, I think, but, no, yeah, not 19 by 19, right? No, yeah, definitely not. So, 13 by 13, so, actually 25 by 25, if anything. Oh. Oh, I know why things are weird. Right, okay, yeah. Yeah. We're parenting the buildings to the city grounds, so we can't really scale the city grounds. That leads to weird results. Uh, so we'll just parent it to bucket. Yeah. Anyways. Alright, so that should be less weird now. Yeah, my eyes were just like, what is happening? Alright, so I'll cheat. The scales down to 0. Just need to collect a few cups and a person. Come on, people, where you at? There's one. Alright, alright, now I can just collect cups or whatever. Huh. So I was only losing 1 point of energy there, but do I? Yeah, look how fast you lose energy on this home block. brick. It's like it's not counting the home ground as amongst the grounds. Oh, I bet it's not. Yeah, no, I bet it's not. I can fix that. Oh, I'm just trying to burn energy. Yeah. Kill it with fire. Alright, yeah, I'll put max turns down to like 2 or 3. Yep. Maybe the city generation shouldn't be like perfectly random. Oh, if they didn't get enough cups. Well, I don't have to travel outside of the city to get cups, because there are cups right in here. Now I can travel outside of the city. Survey says... Yeah, look at that. Now we have... Alright, so our city grows. Cool. I'm just going to assume the rest works. Because it probably should. What was the thing I need to fix? Oh, yeah, right. Oh, yeah, right. So, whenever I reset grounds, I still need to plug ground 0 back in. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. How do I undo that? So, so I'll say, yeah, I'll just keep track of ground 0, whatever. Game object, grounds 0. So on start, we'll say grounds 0, 0, instantiate, etc. Grounds index 0 equals ground 0. Save that. So, right, so then when we initialize the field, when we reset the grounds, we'll reset that ground 0 equals ground 0. Yeah. Save that. Alright, so now it should work. The time is 6:32. I don't really have a ton going on. Oh, city, no. City radius is 5. Yeah, anyways. So, right, yeah, so the reason I mentioned I don't have a ton going on is that I'm probably going to stream for a while longer. I've been streaming for a while, but probably going to continue to stream for a while longer. So, I, excuse me, Science by Rift OC. Yeah, so I guess we could add the mustache tower to end the game. And then we can balance out the game so that it plays good, plays all nice and whatnot. Build person scale, I feel like it has to be like at least like 5, and then build resources scale needs to be at least like, I don't know, like 25 or something. I feel like those are better values for now. Actually, no, build resources scale should be like 40 or something. No, not that much. It doesn't have to be that much. So like 25, 30 maybe. Nah, 25 is fine. Yeah. Say that. Yeah. So I've noticed that like, I don't know what exactly affects the stream delay, but it's like it varies too. Like sometimes if I open the same channel on 2 monitors, I'll notice that they have slightly different stream delay. I do not have an Oculus Rift. I do not have one yet. I'll probably get one at some point, but I don't have one yet, no. My games, you could totally play my games on an Oculus Rift. You probably don't need an Oculus Rift to play my games. Like this one, for example. There's some slight 3-dimensionality to it. Like things get tossed into the air. And there's like vertical action to it, 3-dimensional shapes. This game would probably be a bit unimpressive on the Oculus Rift. I don't know if you necessarily need an Oculus. If I don't know if you necessarily need VR to in order to play this one. I could make it 3D. I could make it so that all these things are like at different heights relative to the player's perspective. I don't know if it needs to be that way, but it could be. And then there's slight three dimensionality to this one. Like those spheres are like supposed to be spheres, and those bricks are supposed to be like slightly pointed. So yeah, there's there's potential there. My friend's working on, or one of my former coworkers is working on a pretty cool Rift game. It's called Black Hat, I think. I want to say it's called Black Hat. And it's like it's this cool like cooperative hacking game where one person plays on a tablet and the other person plays an Oculus, and they have to like share information in order to meet their objectives. The thing that really sold it to me is he described it as, you know, the scene in the first Matrix movie when Keanu Reeves is in his office when he's not Neo yet, but when Keanu's character is in his office and Morpheus is on the phone and he's like guiding him through the office so that he can avoid the agents. It's basically like that. The person on the tablet is Morpheus, and the person inside Oculus is Neo. Uh, so oh, that's interesting. Rift OC. Yeah, so the game I was just talking about is called Black Hat, I'm pretty sure. Black Hat Oculus or something like that. I can double check that. They just they recently succeeded at their Kickstarter. Yeah, Black Hat Oculus by Team Future. Yeah. Yeah, right. You're exactly correct, Amara. Yes. I forgot their team name. Alright, why do I have these games open? So, what's up? Let's, we could put in the advanced firefighting techniques. Although, I might scrimp on those. I don't know. Depending on how it goes. Oh yeah, I did say we could probably do with a little more fire. It's like 0.4. And then, yeah, so the end of the game, I guess, will probably be the next thing that we put in. So, how shall we go about doing as such? Hey, remember how someone wanted the coffee mugs to be a boat? Actually, I think that was a pretty popular idea. The coffee mugs are kind of a boat because sometimes people stand inside them because they're huge. I should have pointed out before I scooped the dude up, but yeah, we totally passed a dude standing inside a coffee mug. Hey, get smoking. Yeah, we're just running through it now. So like, yeah. So now I don't know how it was the last time. If you saw it, that yeah. So we have like we have fire. We have like platforms through the lava. We have like a little. You have people you can rescue. We have resources you can collect. And yeah, there's fire. There's definitely fire in the game. So maybe I should put in the advanced firefighting techniques. That might be a slightly mandatory aspect, just in order to get anywhere. Oh no. I don't know why I thought running across lava would be a good idea right there. Plied, hey, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, we're definitely making progress. I think, oh, I guess I should, you know what, I'm gonna put a build up. Sorry, I'm gonna switch over to Facecam for a second. And, hey, I'm gonna post a build, because why not? Alright, so, build settings, oh yeah, the web player. I have to change the property settings to be so the width is what 384, and the height is 512. Save that, and then build that to builds, yeah, RCTY selects, etc., etc. Yes, we're going to. That was actually one of the very next things we're going to add is the end to the game. There will be a win condition.